Hello everyone, it is George here, George Anastasi here in Nantong. And you know what? I thought I'd come on and just say hello without the lights, without the cameras, without the action. Do you know what? I prefer it this way, to be honest. I hate all of the whole put the phone on the ring light and then be all flashy about it. The minute that happens, I tense up. But when it's chilled like this, I can just talk to you guys. Where am I looking, by the way? Where's the camera on this? There. Yeah, when I can just talk to you guys, be frank and be relaxed, that's actually when I'm most happy and most chilled. And you know what? I have been so busy with work that I have been trying to keep up consistently with the videos that I've been posting, the stepping boundaries ones. And to be honest, I've gotten quite a ways through all the videos, but there's still quite a ways to go. We go to other places in Qinghai and Gansu. If you don't know, I have a series on my channel called Stepping Boundaries that follows a trip I went on last summer through all of these different areas in the western region of China. Oh my gosh, it's beyond beautiful. If you have a look at the video that I last posted about Qinghai, there's some drone footage on there and it's just unreal. So definitely check it out. But anyways, today I was I almost edited. I'm coming up with this new series. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but it's where I interview people in my life that I know all around the world. I guess that comes with the benefit of being a third culture kid where I've lived all over the world. And so I have friends stationed everywhere. So I did an interview with a guy from Israel, one of my good friends from Israel. And we had a really interesting chat, super deep, and we went in all sorts of directions. So I'm really looking forward to that one, and I will sit down and do it. It's been a bit of an annoying one getting him to send me the video. It's been a bit of a pain, but for both sides, it's not his fault. But yeah, so basically I finally got it. He sent it to me on Dropbox, but I'm looking forward to it is the point. TMI, George. Anyways, so other than that, life has been really busy in Nantong, and I feel like everyone always says, oh, I've been so busy. But really, it's been so busy. And I think it's just general for being a teacher in general. But also, I think China's work-life balance is a little bit off-key. You do work really hard. Not like the Middle East. When I lived in Kuwait, it was not like that at all. You'd finish at 2:30 and then you'd have the rest of the afternoon. Here it's we finish at 4, and then by the time we get home on the bus, it's 5:30. Actually, no, we finish at 4:30. Yeah, we finish at 4:30 every day, and then on what is it? Wait a minute. Do we finish at 4:30 every day? I can't even remember, guys. What time do we finish? Yeah, so we finish at 3. We finish class at 3. Then we have ECA at 3:30, and then an hour. Yeah, 4:30. We finish 4:30 every day. But then it feels like it's later on a Wednesday, but it's not. We finish at 4:30 on a Wednesday too, 4:40. So yeah, anyway, we get home at 5:30, and then on a Friday, bi-weekly, we finish at 4, but then the other bi-weekly weeks we finish at 3:30. So anyways, we finish later, and so work-life balance, you have to kind of work harder to make sure you give yourself time, and just not get into that cycle of getting home and then working more. I have quite a strict rule for myself not to work when I get home. Only in really extreme situations where things are really pressing will I work at home, or outside of work hours or during the weekend. I really try and avoid it. Just because we work so much, you do really need that you time to get back to what you like, which is why I'm on here, which I'm hey, I want to catch up with y'all. You know what? I'm actually happy with where my subscription's going. Look, I haven't been that YouTuber that gets the first video gets millions of views. Some people are really lucky. Their first few videos go viral. I don't know. Maybe I'm not interesting enough. I don't even know why I don't go. It's taking so long. But you know what? I'm going to be patient. I'm enjoying just editing my videos and building this channel. Even if it never happens, even if after 10 years, I have 2,000 subscribers. It's fine. I will have been proud of what I've created. And if I look back on, the videos that I've created, I do feel proud. I do feel like I've created some really good stuff, and I feel like I've improved in my video editing. So that's all, like, I can't be upset with that, basically. Like, I'm walking away. Well, I'm not walking away, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm walking away with skills and just bettering myself in this field of video editing, and who knows what it will lead to. So, I'm happy with where I'm at, and I'm not like striving for millions of subscribers. So yeah, but other than that, Nantong, weather. Oh my gosh, the weather has gotten so much better. Guys, I hate winter. I hate the winter, and it gets really icy here and dry. And like, when you get into bed, your legs start to itch. I don't know if it's the circulation thing. I don't know if it's the dry air, but it's so uncomfortable. And like, I just don't like being like, it's just horrible. Like, I was saying this to my friend, like, it's nice to have, like, during the festive season, it's nice to have winter then, but then afterwards it gets so old. Like, even January, fine. February, March, goodbye. Don't come back. Like, please, we don't want the winter. It gets so old. And so that was what it was like for a while. Like, you get into school and you're freezing. It takes time for your room to heat up, and it's just such a nuisance. But thankfully, Nantong has finally gotten out of that, and now it's like gotten into spring. Like, the evenings are kind of cool, but in general, it's mild and it's livable. Like, I was wearing literally just a hoodie today with nothing underneath, and before in the winter I would never be able to do that. I'd have to like wear like thermal, and then a t-shirt with long sleeves, and then a hoodie, and then a coat. But now I can literally just wear the hoodie without anything underneath, and I'm fine. And then when I got home, I was actually hot. I had to turn on the AC for a bit. So I'm like, oh my gosh, it's getting to summer. I'd rather be sweating like a pig than be freezing my booty off. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. It also, you just feel in a better mood when it's warm. When it's cold, everyone's moody. It gets dark early. Like, I just don't think there's anything good about the cold, to be honest. Like, I like to go there for holidays, to a cold place. Like, I don't know, like, what's that place called? I was going to say Alpen. Alpen, isn't Alpen a cereal? Aspen, that's it. A little weekend in Aspen, and, a little cute ski trip, feed the reindeer, say hi to Santa, sit around a fire, and then goodbye, good riddance, back down to the heat. That's my vibe. Other than that, the weather's been really good. Work's been really busy. I'm trying to get back on my YouTube thing, get really creative. I'm directing a play at school, which is fun. It's really cool because I'm actually writing, so basically we want to avoid copyright issues, and so we are rewriting the script of Beauty and the Beast. So it's like an adaptation of Beauty and the Beast, and we're calling it Belle. And it's basically, we have Belle like going to all of these different countries. So she she transports herself to Arabia, and then she ends up in Europe, and her village is set in China. So instead of being in a French village, she's in a Chinese village. So that's been really fun. I've been co-writing it with a colleague. It's been such a fun, creative experience. And now we're staging it. It's quite stressful, just balancing work and then, teaching, and then also being able to give enough time to that. It's a new challenge. Working with new kinds of people. It's like a completely new team. It's mad, but it's exciting. It's fun. So that's a highlight in my life. In terms of China and the borders and everything, oh my gosh, things are not getting better in terms of the borders. And it's really frustrating because now Shanghai has really high cases. I actually booked tickets to see Swan Lake with a friend this weekend, the ballet, but this coming weekend, next weekend. But unfortunately, we can't because... I'm hoping things will change because things change really quickly in China. Like, one day you won't be able to go to Shanghai, next day you will be able to go. So I'm hoping things will change so we can go to Shanghai. But also the borders are closed in terms of leaving the actual country. I plan to go to Cyprus in the summer. I've been away from my country, or I haven't been out of this country for 2 years now. And it's gone to the point where it's I need to see my family. I need to go, I need to get out. whether or not I need to quarantine for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month when I come back, whatever, so be it. Like, I'll just do it, because at the end of the day, what are we here for? Like, we need to enjoy our lives as well. And part of that is seeing my family. So I've gotten to the point, like, I really like China and I want to continue to live here. Like, I really like it. But I just need a break. I need to be able to see my family. Like, it's just crazy. And like, a lot of the other countries in the world are opening up and like relaxing restrictions. And like, even in Asia, you have like Malaysia and Indonesia and all the Southeast Asian countries opening up their borders. And it's like, oh, come on, China, just do it too. Like, please, I'm getting really, I'm getting really impatient. But, all things happen in good time, and things could be a lot worse. Like, I feel really blessed that I'm in, I have a really good job. I'm in a nice apartment, and like, I honestly can't complain. Like, there are other people in the world that are going through so much. And, I just pray that the people who are going through that, find some solace and are able to find a way out of their situation, and God just puts his hand on their lives and is able to give them strength through those difficult times, because I can't even imagine what they're going through. And my life is just, not even an inch of my problems are close to what these people are going through in Ukraine. People in other countries who have been hit hard by COVID, and are people who are less privileged, who are finding it really hard to find work. And just, even people in like Yemen, like there's a famine, like literally just horrific situations happening in Yemen. Like, seriously, my prayers go out to them. And you feel so powerless in that situation. When you think about those things, you feel like, what can I do to help? Like, I want to do something. Like, the least you can do is just give some money, and but then you don't feel like that even that is enough. So it's just it's a really powerless feeling. And it's, the world is going through so much. And it's like, even with all of the natural disasters that are happening, and they're happening so faster and faster and closer together. Like, to me, it just feels like almost like apocalyptic. It feels like the world is kind of like, it feels like the world is coming to an end. And I know that sounds really dramatic and really scary, but even like within my faith, a lot of these things that are happening in the world are kind of, have been told in the scripture, in the Bible. And so it's freaky to actually like see it play out. Like, I don't know that much about Revelations, and I really want to look into it more and read into it more. I'm kind of growing in my knowledge of the Bible, but like, just seeing what people are going through, it's very scriptural. And so that's really it's kind of like scary, but also inevitable. And like, I don't know, it's really crazy. So and in a way, like, living in China, you feel very much in this safe haven bubble. Like, you feel like the rest of the world is going absolutely ballistic, and then this country is just like, so settled and so like formulaic. And like, even with COVID, like, it's not like havocsome. Is that a word? Havocsome? Anyway, there's no havoc, but they have a system. They know how to follow things through. And so everything's so systematic, and things just feel very like kind of like on the mouse wheel, like ants in a line, just like doing what they need to do. And like, everything's like serene and normal and running normally. And and then you see on the news, like, the world just going absolutely mad. And in a way, like, I feel kind of safe here. I'm kind of like, it's kind of like a little safety bubble. And it's almost like, now I think of it, it's almost kind of freaky to even consider going out into the world. Because now I'm like, oh, what if I get like stuck out there? And I'm like, oh, why didn't I stay in China? But I just really hope that my parents can also, my family in general, can come and visit China. I really think they would love it. Like, China is a mad place in terms of like, if you're coming from the West, like, it's so different to what you're used to. And for me, that is so exciting and so interesting. It's so like, just different. Like, every day is an adventure. Every day is different. You'll always see something weird and wonderful. It's just like living in like like a upside down world, because it's so different. I guess to the Chinese, everything's so normal to them because they've grown up here. But to anyone who's living in the West, everything is kind of like on its head, very different. So that's also super fun and super interesting. So I'd love my parents and my family to see this. My parents used to live here. They lived in Shanghai. So they know, they really like it. And so I just hope they can visit again. And I really like my sisters to visit again in their family. their families, or one of my sister's family and her and the other sister and her fiance. But yeah, and like to me, like I'm happy with staying in Nantong. Like I'm actually like I really like it as a city. It's not humongous, it's not overcrowded, it's really like chilled, and it's right near Shanghai. It's right near loads of really nice cities. It's right near Shanghai, it's right near Suzhou, it's right near Nanjing, it's close enough to Hangzhou. You know, it's near, did I say Shanghai? It's near so many nice places. So even when you want to go for like weekend getaways, you can. If you want like a really busy, bustling city vibe for the weekend, you can go to Shanghai. And with Shanghai, like it's literally one of the best cities in the world. So I feel blessed to actually live near it. Like for me, it's my favorite city in the world. Like I like it beyond New York, beyond London. I love it. I think it's such a cool city. It's just got like this amazing like merging of like Chinese culture and ancient Chinese culture. Not even like ancient, but just like very local culture, because it's not really an ancient city, but like very local culture. And then you've got like the merging of like the French colonization. So you've got like European architecture, and then you've got like the modern architecture, which is stunning, like the whole skyline of the Bund. Like literally the Bund is like the most amazing skyline I've ever seen. Like honestly, it's the best like, skyline I've seen. It's like awe-inspiring. When you stand in front of it, you're just like, whoa, this is unbelievable. Like I've never seen anything like it. Like not even Dubai's skyline comes close to it. New York skyline's like no, nothing like it. It's like Shanghai is like beyond. So yeah, I just feel really blessed to be here, and I'm really enjoying living in Nantong. And I honestly I would like to continue to live here for at least a while longer. You know, I feel like in terms of my career, I'm like in a really good place, and I'm just happy with where I'm at the moment. You know, it does come with its struggles, but you know, life is never perfect, so what can you do? So yeah, I'm thinking of maybe flying my drone soon, since the weather's really nice, to kind of show you guys what Nantong looks like from a height. People, you know, before I came here, I was saying this to a potential colleague recently, like someone who's considering working for us. I was saying to him that, what was I saying? Gosh, my mind went blank. Oh, before I moved to Nantong, when I got the job, I kind of had this idea that Nantong would be like this barren, isolated, kind of desolate village type place. And it's so far from that. It's like really nice and modern. It's like it's full of parks, full of nature, but then it's got like that city vibe, but it's like for China, it's a quaint city, even though it's like a big city. Like for any other place, you'd be like, oh, that's a pretty big city, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels very quaint compared to Shanghai and Hangzhou and stuff. It's so cute, and like you know, it's big enough that you have everything you need, and you've got that modern feel, but it's got that quaint feel at the same time. It's just such a super nice city, and it's clean, and it's like loads of rich people live here, so it's like nice, and you have like sports cars everywhere and stuff. But that's not what makes it super nice. It's just the nature, and it's such a cool vibe, and like it's not as expensive as Shanghai. So I'm really loving it. Anyway, so yeah, I will take some drone footage so you're able to see on a clear day, maybe next weekend. And yeah, I'm wondering if there's anything else that's interesting to say. That's it, really. I mean, we're just following the COVID times, seeing what happens, you know, as things progress. And hopefully, fingers crossed, like the regulations ease up for the borders so that I don't have to quarantine for so long when I come back to China. If I leave the country, just, please pray for me. Pray that everything is sorted and all is fine. And that soon enough, China will open its borders. All right, guys. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed that. It was just a lot of verbal diarrhea. Just blah, 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 blah. But I thought I'd check in, say hello, and yeah, nice to speak to you. And I'll do a little walk around of Nantong soon again so you can have a look. All right, guys, see you soon. Bye.